Now, 5:45, the presidential election now less than 5 months out. Arizona is one of 6 key swing states that could determine the outcome. There's also a Senate seat up for grabs. But with so much at stake, what's being done to protect your vote? Voting in the middle of a pandemic. Arizona got a preview during March's presidential preference election. With a primary in August, general election in November, and a whole lot of unknowns when it comes to the coronavirus, what's being done to keep all of us safe?
My job as the chief election officer of the state to ensure that no voter has to choose between their health and their right to vote.
Arizona Secretary of State Katie Hobbs says her team has been working with county elections officials since March to try to make sure things go off without a hitch.
Elections are not just a thing that we start thinking about a month ahead of time. There's so much planning and preparation that goes into it.
Hobbs says definitely expect more social distancing. She also wants to make sure county officials have all the protective equipment they need. And there will be a big emphasis on early voting to reduce crowds. And that includes mail-in ballots.
And the president thinks that there's a lot of fraud associated with mail-in voting. Have we seen any evidence of that here in Arizona?
Voting by mail is secure. We have a long track record of doing it successfully here. And vote by mail ballots are treated just like any other ballot. And we have statutes that provide guidance around storing and transporting and handling those things. And a mail-in ballot is tracked just like any other ballot.
I mean, I'm sure you've heard all of the different reasons why people worry about mail-in ballots. So what's your response to that about maybe forging a signature or filling it out for someone else?
You get your ballot in the mail as a registered voter, then your signature is your proof of ID. And those signatures, every single signature on every single ballot that's received in the mail or dropped off early is checked by people who are trained to check those signatures.
Now, Hobbs says in the past 10 years, we've seen roughly 24 cases that were prosecuted dealing with voter fraud. And this is both for in-person and mail-in voting. So those categories combined, most of which she says was because people were trying to vote in more than one state, not trying to forge a signature.